It has so much to offer. Its museums, Murabba Palace, Diriyah was just a little village on the edge of the desert that one went on weekends to have a picnic. What drew me to the Arab world and to tourism was as a result of my travels around the world in 1987. It was my first time to go through countries like Iran, Afghanistan, visited the countries of Jordan, Syria. In those days, though, Saudi Arabia was not on the cards because you couldn't visit the country. It wasn't possible unless you lived and worked there. In terms of places that we would have visited in Saudi Arabia, I mean, we covered the country. I would always begin in Riyadh because that's the capital. We would go to Breid and Hail, and particularly Jubba, Dumat al-Jandal in the north of the country, Al-Jof, spectacular, and particularly Rajajil, the standing stones. These standing stones are amazing. I mean, they're older than Stonehenge. The encounters with the Bedouin were always very special because they were very different to townspeople, to, we'll say, the Saudi people in general, because they had a different code of conduct. And also, from time to time, when a dear friend, royal family member, would actually say, oh, please, I want to meet them, I'm going to entertain them, I'll put on a lunch for them, they come to my garden, they come to my home. That was also very special and very kind. So in terms of managing these desert expeditions, it was a man's world in those days. And you were dealing with men, whether it was at a checkpoint, whether it was getting the permissions that were required, but always respect from every quarter. And in many respects, you were like elevated to the status of a man. It's interesting to see the types of the growth. At times I have mixed feelings, but you cannot stop progress. You know, progress is everywhere in the world. And while I may yearn for some of the past, at the same time, what has been done is being done sensitively, and it is for the future of the people and the future of the people of Saudi Arabia.